shed as you stand atop the hill for a final time?
Nah, I don't know if I'll shed any tears. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be a pretty emotional moment. Just looking out and really thinking, it probably won't really hit me until either the game's over or the season's over. I'm not really sure how it'll work, but just a lot of good memories here in Death Valley. And just really blessed to have been able to play 4 years here and contribute, and I think it's just going to mean a lot.
Pretty exciting that you have a chance to, go to the ACC championship game again by clinching this division.
Yeah, obviously it's a huge game for the division, but I think all of us, especially the seniors, we've heard for the last 4 years, almost 5 years, about. It's been 20 years since we won a championship, and I think all of us are pretty motivated to try and end that streak, especially just knowing the heritage of Clemson University and knowing that this is something that needs to return to normal, is consistently winning championships.
Doesn't it feel like you went to 2 of them and never punted?
Yeah. Against Georgia Tech. That was just, both. I don't think either team had a punt that game. It was just a really weird thing. So hopefully, if we win this game, and are fortunate to go to the championship, then hopefully I won't have to punt. But I would like to play. So that's always one of the weird things.
Maybe one when you guys are blowing them out.
Yeah.
What'd you do 2 years ago? You just stood on the sidelines and waited and warmed up and thought,
I'm
going to get in, and then...
because that's the mentality you have to have, because every third down, but we just kept getting third downs, and it's like, it's like the fourth quarter. I'm like, looks like I'm not going to play this one. So.
Philip talked about going through and you have an oranges thrown at you. Does that experience motivate you guys too going in this week and going towards the ACC title?
Yeah, definitely. Because it was one of our goals before the season. It's still one of it's our main goal right now, is to win each game, and as a result, to win the ACC championship. So I think especially having already been there once and been so close to going, I think it's definitely motivation.
What was it like at practice last week? Was there a lot of anger about the loss, or were you guys past that pretty quickly? Or
I think we got past that pretty quickly, especially because I think we all understand that the majority of our goals are still on the table. Like, yeah, sure, the national championship might be out, but as far as winning the ACC, like I said before, it's one of those things where it's 20 years since we won.
Sure.
And I know for me personally, I would really like to contribute to being on the team that broke that streak, and I think we have a team to do it if we take care of business this weekend, and then stay focused through the rest of our games.
Do you think? Is that attitude pretty prevalent among everybody? Are you guys all on the same page when it comes to that?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think we understand what's at stake, and we understand that if we win this game, then there's still work to be done. We haven't done anything, and I think we understand we aren't looking past this game. Wake Forest is a good team, and so we basically just have to go out there and execute and play our game, and then everything's just going to take care of itself as long as we focus on the little things and focus on winning each game.
Does the fact that you guys, I guess, have 2 games left after this, and possibly, and obviously, you won an ACC title game and then a bowl game, does that kind of maybe change the focus on senior day, knowing you're still going to be around here for a while and you still got a lot of work left to do?
Yeah, which is why I think one of the questions earlier was about, am I going to be really emotional? And really, it's like I'm going to be emotional playing the last game in Death Valley.
Yeah.
But not by any means is it going to be the last game of my career. So that's just one of those things where I think I'm going to enjoy the moment of running down the hill and appreciate all the the blessing of being able to play here. But I think all of us understand that there's a whole lot more that we have to do in order for the season to be called absolute success in all of our eyes.
Over your career here, have you had a good pulse on this team when you guys were going to overachieve, underachieve? Have you had a sense of that as a player?
I mean, I can't really say. I think, it would be easy for me to, sit here and just be like, well, yeah, in hindsight, like I could have predicted it. But I mean, there's some times when we would go into a game and I'd really feel like we were going to win, and then, it just things happen. And but I think I can say that definitely for all the seniors and for this team that we have an understanding of how to win games, and we have an understanding of our goals for this season. And I think we're a lot more focused, whereas last year sometimes, we were like win a game, lose a game, and it was just kind of like it was just a little hard to stay consistent, even at practice, when you're like, well, that we don't know if we had a great week of practice when we lost the game, so how does that work? But this year I think that we're kind of understanding how to win. We're understanding, I don't know, like how to be a consistent program, consistent team. So yeah, I think that's just going to keep, building on itself the rest of the season, and I expect us to really improve each game going forward.
Who do you think sets that tone for consistency? Can you give us an example, anecdotally, of where you develop consistency, where you see that?
I think it's just, if you're able to sit in on, the senior meeting, and just hear the stuff that some guys say, that we all say, just from like a leadership standpoint, it's about helping the younger guys who haven't been here before. We've obviously lost an ACC championship. We know how it feels. And so to keep the younger guys focused. So it's kind of like that, tier of responsibility, where it's like, okay, the seniors have to mentor the juniors, and all the way down, and so that's one of the ways that you kind of get consistency is when the seniors consistently lead and consistently go out there and practice and consistently execute and play to the best of our abilities, then that obviously trickles down throughout the whole team. I think it starts with the leadership.
Tier of responsibility, I like that.
Yeah, I did too. Very nice.
Yep.
Thanks, Dawson.
Yep, no problem.
You're a wordsmith.
Thanks, Greg.